Hi guys, Ivan and Susan here again from Bloggers on the Loose. We're 10.2 kilometres south of the Perth CBD. There's 2,850 people in the suburb and it's built on an area of 1.6 square kilometres. We're in a suburb called SALTER Point. Have you guys heard of SALTER Point? It's rarely mentioned suburb. What a beautiful spot though. Look at that's the Swan River there, by the way. No, it's not. It's the Canning River, I think. Yeah, it's the Canning. Sorry, it's the Canning River. And we're just on a bridge over here, walking across the Kwinana freeway as the train just goes past. Don't know if the camera picked that up. Well, there's the train there. And the freeway looks fairly busy today. That's it there, guys, with the railway track in the middle of the freeway. This little bridge is used by a lot of cyclists. As you can see, there's a few coming here because there is a cycle way all along the freeway. And on this side over the bridge is the suburb that we're going to talk about today, SALTER Point. So we'll go for a bit of a walk through SALTER Point and show you guys around. Beautiful day in Perth today. Going to reach about 25 degrees, I think. It's Mother's Day today, so this will probably come out in 2 weeks' time, but I'll say it anyway. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. So SALTER Point is a southern suburb of Perth, located within the local government area of the city of South Perth. Around 1880, Samuel August Salter, after whom the suburb was named, worked as a sawmill worker and timber contractor on the peninsula. Salter established a landing stage on the point known as Salter's Landing. So there was a lot of timber work going on over here, guys, in its day. Can you imagine? Take yourself back to the 1800s and just imagine all the timber sawing and that going on over here in the suburb. Would have been interesting. Probably nice views of the river over there because they would have had it close to the river for transportation of the timber. Look at that house, guys. Bit of a strange looking house, that one. And the one next door is stranger because you can't even see the house. It's got this massive wall over there. Have a look at that. And they love their plants. They got heaps of plants on top of that wall, heaps of little pots and that. And then here's a nice looking house here. Looks like some of these houses are fairly old. These houses will get views of the freeway because behind this wall over here on my left, the freeway is just behind that wall, and then the Canning River. So they'll get river views and freeway views. So the Samuel Salter guy, he was known as Salter's Landing, where he established his business, to which timber logs could be floated from where they were out from where they were cut, sorry, I can't read my own writing, from where they were cut in Kelmscott and Jarrahdale for transportation to mill by barge. So interesting stuff. Over here in Salter Point in the day. Some big houses out here, guys. So Salter operated his business from this location for years. And in 1990, the suburb named Salter Point was gazetted. So it was only named in 1990. There's an old house there. Have a look at that. That'll be one of the original old houses over there. You won't get much views, unfortunately, because it's only a single story. Okay, we'll take you guys to a different part of Salter Point now. We'll see you there shortly. Okay, we're just in another part of Salter Point over here, and there's no actual shops over here, guys, in the suburb, but they've got this over here, just a few little cafes, and here's one over here. There's a couple of different cafes in this little complex here. There's also a hairdresser in there, I think, and there's a few people having something to eat and drink in the it's the morning, so they won't be having any alcohol at this time. But there's a few people in there at these little cafes. That's about it in Salter Point regarding shopping. And the other shopping centre, there's shopping areas in South Perth, which is a neighbouring suburb to Salter Point, and there's also in Carrawarra. There's a shopping centre over there, which we have done a video in Carrawarra. I think we opened up at the shopping centre there in Carrawarra, called the Waterford Gate, I think it's called, Waterford Gate Shopping Centre. But anyway, we're just taking a walk down one of these little side roads here. What do you guys think of Salter Point so far? That there must be the worst garden so far in the area, guys. Otherwise, most of the gardens are kept quite neat over here. There's 7 parks in the suburb. So quite a few parks for a smallish sort of suburb, only 1.6 square kilometres. And the biggest park is called Salter Point Reserve. Nice modern house. So you can see there's quite a few modern houses through here, but the older houses are also in the suburb. So they all sort of live nicely amongst each other, the old and the new. A lot of birch trees here, guys, in the suburb. There's a lot, which keeps the suburb nice and cool, which is a good thing in our heat over here in Perth. We're already a third of the way through May, and we haven't had any rain, or much rain, not much rain anyway. So in Perth we do have water restrictions on sprinklers, so the sprinklers have to all be turned off at the end of May, or 1st of June it gets turned off. So we're going to have a few gardens suffer if we don't get any rain, so that's what we're hoping for, some decent rain through here. There's another old house there. Don't know if they're restoring it. I don't think they are. Well, it looks, there's a fair bit of restoration going on in front there. It looks like a new door being put on and all that sort of thing. Guys, there's no houses for sale over here. Not one house for sale. So we thought we'd bring you to a vacant block. And this is the cheapest block that's for sale over here. Pretty big block. I don't know if they're going to subdivide that because it is number 76A. So I think they're going to cut that down the middle here, subdivide it. Here's a post over here. Yeah, here's a. They are going to, because there's the surveyor's peg over there. So 76A Wellwyn Avenue, Salter Point. It's going to be a 506 square metre block. It's a fairly long block, but it won't be. It'll be fairly wide. It'll be from here to that fence. So yeah, fairly wide block. Guys, they're asking 985,000 Australian dollars for that block. Wow. So remember, you'll only get half the block. What do you think? Leave some comments for us. And then there's also another block, which is the expensive one, because there's absolutely no houses for sale in the suburb. Okay guys, there is a house for sale just here. Maybe it never had a price on realestate.com, so I couldn't give you guys, or it just got put on, but there's one here for sale. We'll just give you an idea of what these houses look like. Here it is. Here, this house here, it's a nice looking house. It's not very big, but it is a narrow block. It's quite a nice looking house. It's the brick one, not this painted one here. So there you go, guys. There are some nice houses through here. So there's only one private school in this area, and it's quite a prestigious boys' school. It's an all-male school. It goes from primary school to high school, and it's called Aquinas College. It's quite a big school. So if you're into your prestigious private colleges, you can buy a house in Salter Point and send your kids to the school, and pay probably about 30,000 bucks a year for the privilege. So would you guys live in Salter Point? I think I could easily live here. Looks alright. Okay, there's another bad garden over there. Have a look at that. I mean, the house looks okay. It's oldish, but it looks okay. And they're not really looking after the garden. And this beautiful house here, with a nice garden, it's got a view of that one there. There's no doctors in the suburb also. And the closest hospitals are South Perth Hospital, which is private, or Fiona Stanley Hospital. The South Perth Hospital is only a small hospital. There's a very noisy Land Cruiser goes past. He must have done something to his, it must be a V8, or he's done something to the muffler there to make it sound so noisy. There's a group of units over here, guys, and they look quite They look very well kept, these units. There's only 6 of them in the complex there, so not a huge complex, but everything looks very neat. So strata fees well used. Okay, we're going to take you guys to a different part of SALTER Point now. We'll see you guys shortly. Okay, we're just in another part of SALTER Point here, guys. This is a bit closer to the river. This part, you can see the river over there. I'm going to take you to the most expensive block listed in the area, because, like I said before, there weren't any houses for sale, or if there were only 1 or 2 without prices. Look at that house there with the spiral staircase going up to a landing on the roof, and there are a couple of chairs up there, so the people obviously do enjoy some nice river views from there. But you wouldn't want to have a few drinks and try and walk down that spiral staircase. Not even if you're a teetotaler. It's quite a... Look at this beautiful house here, guys. Wow, that's a nice house, that. Yeah, that spiral staircase is a bit of a worry. Have a look at that. So this is like a, it's quite a long road, this one that we're walking on here. It's more like a wide laneway. It's quite interesting. And the most expensive block is just here, on this long laneway. That's it there. Most expensive block listed over here. And if you build yourself a nice double story, you will get massive river views. That's it there, guys. It's number 79 River Way in SALTER Point. It's a 515 square metre block, as you can see on that picture over there, and it's listed from 1,795,000 Australian dollars. You would think that asbestos fence will come down, and hopefully the neighbours, or spiral staircase neighbours there, will go halves in a better fence. But I can't see that happening, because some people don't want to, they like the old fences. But yeah, you're not going to get much of a fence on that side when you build your mansion. So what do you guys think? Quite expensive, 1,795,000 Australian dollars for a 515 square metre piece of dirt in Perth, in SALTER Point in Perth. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you think of the suburb. It is a nice suburb. Look at this house here, guys. It's a beautiful looking house. There's the river through there, and look at that old house there with the red bricks. Pretty old, but in the perfect position. We might, oh, by the way, there's no train running through here. And the closest train station is at Canning Bridge station. And there is a bus service to the station. And there's also a bus service from here into the Perth CBD. So I might give you guys the median house price through here now. And the median house price through SALTER Point is nearly as expensive as that block of land, guys. Median house price over here is 1,850,000 Australian dollars. There's no data available for units over here. And the median land price over here is 1,075,000 Australian dollars. So that block's priced well above the median house price. But it is in a good location. There you go, guys. SALTER Point. Or might find a place to wrap it up somewhere. So we're going to head back to the river and wrap it up there for you guys and show you a bit more of the river. We'll see you there shortly. Well guys, that's the end of the video. I found a place to close it all. The river. There's the river over there. The suburb, the river virtually goes right around the suburb because that's the opposite side of the freeway. And we opened it on the freeway, and this is the complete opposite side. So beautiful spot out here in SALTER Point in Western Australia. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you in the next one.